Over here in the red, we have, inspired, of course, by the name Slayer's Boxer, he is Boxer. Blue over here, cross locations on Metalopolis. He did win the first game after being nuked twice. Got to give him props for that.
Baby Vera.
Baby Vera.
So, you know, that it was such an interesting strategy. Just he got so far behind because he lost that nuke, the ghost, the dropship,
Speaking of
and
nuke,
two
we got
Vikings.
nukes coming over here in the ramen.
Oh, wow.
Commercial probably inspired by that game. Nuke noodles, look at that.
Nukels.
Nukels, that's actually so cute.
Yeah.
That's tintillating, that makes me smile. Look over here, Boxer, knocking them all in. Even though walling in, actually not bad at all in this spot whatsoever. I mean, very easy to wall in.
I'm confused when people don't wall. You know, I think he's just going to wall like he did last time, where he goes ahead and uses
oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Doesn't want depots up there, which can be killed easily. Which is fine. You know, to each his own. Wall how you want.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
We do have the barracks on the way. SCV scouting slightly after the drone scout.
Yeah, that's quite a quick drone scout.
Did you notice that he actually, I believe, only checked this location here. Only checks for wall-ins because Terrans are so much more likely to wall in on a map like Metalopolis.
Yeah, and he in fact goes, let's see, hatchery first. He scouts that close location, says, okay, I can definitely go hatchery first, and he's not going to be able to rush me. Which is pretty much true.
The drone will scout, see. The Terran is going to do a very ordinary opener. Same as Zerg. Zerg doing a very ordinary opener as well.
Yep. Getting that spawning pool. Now, I'm interested to see what he wants to tech to normally, because that last game, obviously, he had to react to the strange, crazy stuff he was seeing out of Boxer. Speaking of which, Boxer tries to use a Boxer-type style.
He does.
Kind of cool. It's like he likes that Boxer so much that he goes nukes.
Extractor steal is huge. It does limit the amount of options Terran has.
Yes.
You can't go nukes, for instance. Not that you could go nukes on this map anyways, but that's just a perfect example. You can't really go Banshee Rush.
As a Zerg player, 9 times out of 10, if you're in their base, you should take an Extractor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It just totally dumbs down the amount of different rushes they can do and slows down a lot of them as well. It makes 2-star Banshee nearly impossible. Makes Sentry heavy rushes quite impossible as well. And, well, you know, in fact, getting that second gas on this player specifically is quite good because he got the second gas so quick that game. But this game, he's making a Reaper and expanding. So, completely different strategy from what we saw last game.
I do like Boxer's strategy. He's going to get the Reaper out, and that way he can actually harass his opponent here.
Yeah.
He can shoot down, you know, Zerglings, keeping any offense out of the way, any scouts out of the way. Meanwhile, he gets his expansion up, but he's safe.
Yeah, that Reaper is basically going to be able to control the map, see exactly what's going on, but circling speed is being made, so he's going to have to take note of that, because if he doesn't have any bunkers or a good building placement up, obviously a quick little Zergling round might be able to do a lot of damage to his naked expansion on the low ground.
Queen, pretty solid defense there, blocks him off. Going to move back up this way. Second Queen out.
That's right. And when you pop out 2 queens this early on such a low economy, realistically you should be laying a lot of creep tumors with them because you actually can't spend the money on all the larvae that you make. So a little tip out there to our Zerg users. It's important to have a lot of creep around so your queens can actually be mobile. You've spent so much money on them, they need to be able to defend and things like that. And the Reaper still prodding and poking. Seeing what he can see.
The Reaper is continuing to move out. Just killing Lings. It's not really an offensive Reaper, it's just a map control Reaper, if you will.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of scouting. It's actually been completely worth itself already. It's scouted so much, there's not going to be any surprises, basically. But we do have, as you see on the production tab, a round of Lings coming out. So he's actually
hiding them too.
Yeah. I think he wants to get a nice big group of Lings and see if he can't just randomly do a lot of damage to our Terran player he has no bunkers yet. He's just kind of sitting there making some units, and Speedlings can be quite good
against Marauders.
Yeah. If you surround him, it's I mean, he might be able to make him lift off that command center, kill a mule or two, kill some SCBs. And if he can do any of that, those Lings are far worth it, as long as he doesn't lose them all.
Some players actually park the Marauders, if they're going to do a build like this, on the ramp so the Lings can't get a surround, but he's not done that.
Now, if the Lings do just get a simple surround on those, oh, very nice, making those bunkers as a little, rather those depots as a little wall.
Okay.
That's going to slow down any Ling surrounds that can happen. If he's very quick, he's going to be able to stim and get up that ramp a little bit.
If Zerg doesn't win with this attack, Zerg is going to be way behind.
Yeah, it's got to do some sort of damage with it. If he does no damage, just loses all the Lings, it's not a good place to be in.
Banelings.
Oh,
interesting.
This is actually really interesting. And this is 2 base, no layer Baneling play. I have actually not seen something quite like this. It's a little bit scary because if he has mostly Marauders and he has Stim, then he's going to be able to out-micro these slow Banelings so easily. Slow Banelings are not actually that good. It's the speed Banelings that are amazing.
Oh, spotted.
That's right.
Uh-oh, nice.
Nice building wall.
If he can actually get one more structure here, he completely walled that up. No, don't lower that. What are you doing?
What is he doing?
What? Okay. That's why you don't wall yourself up and then let them out of the wall.
Yeah, that was a very sloppy.
I think I just felt a tumor grow in my brain.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He saw the Banes. He must have not seen it. That must be what happened.
Well, he definitely saw the with the SCV. I don't know if he saw the Banelings or something.
Yeah, I think he just wasn't looking at the screen or something. Maybe thought it was just Banes, but I mean, he cleans it up. He loses his army, sure, but he's still got a good economy. And more Banes and more Zerglings being created for a Zerg player.
Zerg actually might be streamlining too many of the Zerglings in here.
Yeah.
Zerg, I think, could have killed him up, but he's just continuing to run the Lings in there. He needs to regroup. Oh, it's like he hurt me. There you go.
Huh. Really, when he sees this is what's happening, he needs to make more buildings. That's how you defeat these Baneling early strategies. You make a lot of buildings, and the Banelings can't even hit you. You have ranged units. These are all melee. It's as simple as that, Tasteless.
He does catch this Hellion here.
Doing some good damage to those Zerglings. And I think that our Zerg player might actually be going all in here. I mean, he just keeps on making Zerglings, as we can see from the production tab. Still hasn't started a layer, which is just so surprising to me, because if we take a look at his resources, he has more than enough to make the layer as well and actually have a plan B.
Oh, the wall turning out to be very effective here. Zerg did not handle this attack right at all.
Yeah, this is actually a terrible attack. I actually can't believe that he has this much money and he's not making layer or anything else whatsoever.
Well, Zerg's going to be dead.
Yeah,
economically. He's not going to be dead physically, but he's actually going to be in a hole he can't dig his way out of. And now he's sending Lings that would lose in this battle anyways against a wall-in.
Well, finally, he is teching up. Maybe he's done enough damage. He's actually adding a 3rd hatchery at his natural. This is really interesting. While he makes more and more Banes, keeps on going all in. Another hatchery at his natural as opposed to a 3rd base, which Terran obviously can't get to right now when you have such map control with so many speeds and Banes. So I think we're seeing a lot of flaws here out of Babyware's strategy. I don't think it normally lasts this long for him. Okay, here we go. Banes coming in. They are angry. They are going after these depots.
And once again, a failed attack here.
It's about 7 Banes into that Marauder, just wasting so many resources. I can't imagine Babyware winning this
I feel
game.
like I'm in the movie Groundhog's Day. I'm watching this guy do the same thing. Nothing's changing in this game every time.
But he's not improving himself like Bill Murray did. He's not learning the piano. He's not like trying to have better dates with that girl.
That's true, man. He's just the same thing over and over. We have a counterattack here. Do you care? I don't think our Terran player will care. He might actually just send his army over here and just kill him off.
Yeah, and I'm actually even confused by that. A lot of confusing play here from these players. They have some strange ideas about how to play the game. This guy just making some more units, and our Terran player just... The Zerglings right now are actually kind of creaming their way through, but his counterattack, very effective here. Our Zerg player isn't going to have anything left. But
Terran's just going to sack the expansion in order to kill Zerg, knock him out of the game, basically.
Yeah. And it looks like our Zerg player, Babyware, is going to have to GG GG. It's not a whole lot you can do from here. He is making some Banes up at the top of his ramp. You know, maybe if he can kill this entire army horribly, he might be alright. Well, no. He's not going to be alright, Jason.
No, not going to quite be alright. He could save him in that medevac. Nope, does kill it all off here. Zerg has managed to get inside the base, actually. And this is why Marines are bad against Banelings.
Yep, kills a lot of Marines there. But there's just nothing left for our Zerg players. On one hatchery, no queen at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
And one hatchery, no queen actually is not very good.
Nope, not that good at all.
Not even making another queen yet?
Does not, yeah, that's true. I was about to say he does not have another queen yet. Terran does have the expansion.
Yeah.
And Terran does have mules, so he can catch up economically pretty quickly.
Our Zerg player is going to go ahead and re-expand. Chase down these siege tanks with some Zerglings.
Oh, nice.
Picks up that siege tank.
Well, Zerg's going to try to counterattack, but I do believe Terran has the production rate to just wipe out anything Zerg throws at him.
Yeah, you know,
There it is, GG. He knows.
Okay.
They didn't destroy each other entirely, but
yeah, no, that
was impossible for the Zerg to recover from.
I have to say I enjoyed the first game a lot better than that game.
That game was a little painful to watch. That was not our highest level played game there, especially from our Zerg. I mean,
I would say certainly the worst game of the tournament.
Terran, actually probably the worst game of the GSL.
Yeah.
That was pretty painful, but sometimes painful games can be very exciting because there's such back and forth. So there's an optimistic spin on that.
Thank you, Tasteless.
See what I did there? I just made a not exciting at all game. It's kind of an interesting game. Hopefully game 3 will be a little bit better. Both these guys, I think nerves are catching up to them.
Yeah, I mean, they're new competitors.
Yep.
Boxer finally in the spotlight that he's watched his hero in all this time. He's got to try to live up to that. Not as many players here to watch him today.
No, not as many in the audience. We do have a lot of non-Koreans here, though, showing up to watch the games. That would have been even distribution of Korean and non-Korean.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Down here.
You know, next map, going to be Jungle Basin. And Jungle Basin. This could be a pretty interesting game. There's some different things you can do. You break the rocks to the back expansion. It's hard to take a third.
And we're starting the game.
Yeah.
So that's all we have time for. Let's get ready. Sorry. That's all we have time for. Let's get ready for game number 3.